Could this whiskey or whiskeys be Jack Daniel's best kept secret? Let's talk about that today on the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. Let's do this.
Where I come from, there ain't no strangers. Other side of town, still my neighbor. No mind in your business. Every crime's got a witness. The good old boys are causing a scene. Gossip girls like spilling the beans.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. So we're all familiar with Jack Daniel's and everything that it is that they're continuously putting out to the market, starting with Old Number 7, their tried and true standard Jack Daniel's whiskey. If not the number one, the number two whiskey in the world for a lot of years, but we're not focusing on Old Number 7 today. Today we're gonna talk a little bit about, in my opinion, what I think is Jack Daniel's best kept secret and what could that possibly be. So I think what I've got in my hand right here is honestly Jack Daniel's best kept secret. Tennessee Tasters. Yes, these are difficult to get. However, in today's day and age, the ability to get these whiskeys, whether it's through a friend, through travel, whatever it may be, if there's a will, there's a way. And in my opinion, again, what it is that they're able to do with these Tennessee Tasters, and we'll go through a few of them here in a second, just as an example of what it is that they've put out in the past and maybe things that they're kind of working on going forward. But what it is that they do with the Tennessee Tasters, to me, is simply incredible. It offers up a great value in terms of the ability to try things that Jack Daniel's is working on and kind of what they're hoping to maybe introduce to the market. So as people try some of these, they're basically using us as their guinea pigs, basically. Again, the quality of those whiskeys that are in these 375 milliliter bottles is a great value. They range anywhere from about that $40 to $50, $55 range. I think on average, they're right in that $50 range. So it's not that it's cheap or even that readily available. But again, the amount of travel that is happening these days and people making their way to Jack Daniel's, it's become something that I'll say is more available from that standpoint. And again, the value that it has for the ability to get something that is different is kind of second to none. Honestly, I wish there were more distilleries that would do something like this, where they use us as the general public, kind of, again, like I said before, as that guinea pig. So are these going to be whiskeys that they want to introduce in a larger quantity? But again, for me, I think this is still remaining one of Jack Daniel's best kept secrets. And why exactly do I say that? Let's run through a few of what it is that they've done, in the past. Again, they're always working on some different things, but let's kind of go through a couple of these right now. So as you can see in front of me, I've got 4 different Tennessee Tasters. So the one I've got here is the Barrel Reunion number 2. This is a straight Tennessee whiskey finished in oatmeal stout barrels, coming in at 92 proof. So again, here's where they're gonna test a low proof whiskey, aged in a stout barrel. So again, it's gonna offer up something slightly different, profile, all with the Tennessee whiskey. And again, just as an example, that's one that they're putting out there or have put out in a 375. So the next Tennessee Taster here is a hickory smoked Tennessee whiskey finished with charred hickory staves, coming in at 100 proof. So again, here's where they're going to start to introduce, again, another slightly different profile with that hickory wood, obviously it being charred. What is the interaction going to be? So they put these out, again, using us as a bit of a guinea pig to see what is it that's maybe going to work. The third Tennessee Taster I've got here is something called the Twin Blend Whiskey. So this is a straight Tennessee whiskey blended with straight Tennessee rye. So basically a little bit of a slight boo rye, if I should say so. Again, coming in at about 107 proof. So again, another whiskey that they're kind of testing the market to see how does a straight rye whiskey and a straight Tennessee whiskey, how do those two blended together really work? Again, this was one of the Tennessee Tasters that they put out there as well. Now, for me, in the overall Tennessee Tasters and what I've really enjoyed the most was going back a few years ago when they released their barrel proof rye. This one was coming in at 127.6 proof. And again, this was probably the precursor to them releasing their barrel proof or their single barrel proof rye whiskeys. And for what this was for me an absolutely fantastic rye whiskey. But the best part of this was they offered this to the general public at the time for approximately $50. And to get these whiskeys at that price and not have to necessarily shell out the high dollars, and gives you or us as the consumer the ability to try these whiskeys without having to buy a full 750 milliliter bottle. I love the idea. And again, for me, this is still remaining one of Jack Daniel's, if not Jack Daniel's best kept secret. I don't know what else would be. They're doing an absolutely incredible job. Love the fact that they continuously put out these different Tennessee Tasters. So there you have it. There are 4 examples of things that they've put out in the past. And again, they're always working on some different creations. This is the fun part about being able to, or have the opportunity to try some of these different whiskeys at 375 milliliters. Doesn't break the bank, and again, allows us as the consumer to try something different being produced by one, if not the biggest or largest distillery in the United States. So guys, there you go. Let me know your thoughts. Is this Jack Daniel's and the Tennessee Tasters maybe the best kept secret still out on the market? I don't hear or still see a lot of people talking about it, and it got me thinking, how underrated are the Tennessee Tasters still? So there you have it. In my opinion, it's Jack Daniel's best kept secret, but I'd love to hear from you and your thoughts on these overall as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it as always. If you'd like to follow me, you can on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those places at My Bourbon Journey. If you'd like to help support the channel or become part of the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club, make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Other great things down there for you as well. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. And remember, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.
The world don't stop me, throwing it down like it's a hobby.